Tab 34.
Chair's looking to call a special board meeting to order for October 6th. Roll call. 5:30.
Ms. Ross? Ms. Copeland?
Present.
Ms. Elliott?
Present.
Ms. Thurman?
Present.
Ms. Crawford? Ms. Smith? Ms. McClendon here. Also present is Superintendent Mrs. Hendricks, Attorney Mr. Miller, and Ms. Virginia Green.
Because everyone, please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. What is participation?
Yes, Ms. Benson? And for the record, for the audience, it's noted on here that you're requesting 5 minutes, and I have set the time for 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good evening. Okay. I just have to the board, I actually have a few points to raise. And I'll just start with number one. This is to the board and the superintendent, actually. Number one, at the October 3rd board meeting, Ms. Green said she paid B&E security from 8/8/16 to 8/26/16, and I believe it was something like $9,000. My question to the board is, was it right to pay for a service before it was approved? The company should not have been working until officially August 10th, the day after you would have approved those services. As a matter of fact, you called a special meeting on August 9th, and the topic on there was concerning security measures. And that company, B&E, was actually in place prior to the audience came in the door. So that's number one. Number two, same for the October 3rd meeting. If B&E was suspended or removed from their duties, we the taxpayers should not see a bill for B&E or a gentleman, Patrick Thomas, which is noted today on the special meeting agenda. So we shouldn't see a bill from B&E nor Patrick Thomas from that suspension date, because it's noted that they were suspended. So we shouldn't see that bill from the suspension date to October 6th. Again, we're here now on October 6th. It's a special meeting called to discuss and approve. So I know I'm being redundant, I'm repeating this, but I'm repeating it for a reason. So there should be no one working from B&E security company today if they're suspended. We should not see any bills come through during the bill review section on the agenda. We shouldn't see that if they're not working. And today I do see a gentleman that was working under B&E still here in the building currently. So my question to the board and the superintendent, as well as the attorney that's present, why would that person be physically in the building if he has been suspended as a part of B&E security company? Number three, board. We have had an intruder to come into McKinley. These are my numbers. Maybe 400 students. We've had shootings in the near vicinity of Lincoln Elementary. Again, 400 students, my numbers. And a student bringing a gun to Roosevelt, 800 students. Again, those are my numbers of the total number of students that may be at each one of those schools. So with all of those numbers and all of our babies that we care about you choose to spend $9,000 on 3 security guards to secure the ad center here, the administrative building for the school district. And I'm not sure if it's 30 adults or if you're securing one person or the entire personnel. Board president and superintendent are the students in this school district value. At this building, I've seen at one time 3 security guards and 2 police officers for 2 hours protecting the superintendent and staff. Yet at RMS, only 1 police officer for 800 students for 8 hours. Something is totally wrong. And again, our focus is not on the children who matters. This is what I'm seeing from the board and the superintendent. Because if you look at the ratio of numbers, that's horrendous. You have 800 students at 1 middle school, and I'm noting that the superintendent is walking out as I am presenting my information to the board and to the superintendent. So she is not in attendance to hear this, but it's horrendous. 800 students, 1 police officer. Here you have maybe 30, I don't know the number of adults, but you've had 5. I thank you. Have a good night.
Is your mic on, Mr. Michael?
Yes, it is.
Mrs. Giles? Please let the record state also that you have requested 5 minutes.
I have brought another FOIA for the district to answer. It's a great request for documents. Under the Illinois Freedom of Information Act 5 ILCS 140, I am requesting an opportunity to inspect or obtain copies of public records. Please provide copies of documents pertaining to all lawsuits filed against Bellwood School District 88 for the last 5 years. Please include settlements of all cases for this time period, as well as any cases which were won by the district. Please provide copies of documents pertaining to all lawsuits filed by Bellwood District 88 against any party or parties for the last 5 years. Please provide copies of all documents relating to violence in Bellwood District 88 that warranted police reports and/or litigation in the last 5 years. I look forward to hearing from you in writing. I did not put this here, but in writing or electronically, and I will change that within 5 working days as required by the Act. Thanks very much. Please, I would appreciate it if someone responded to me, a person responded to me, not just Freedom of Information Act, because I think that people should be held accountable for what is sent out. And I want to know who sends something to me, especially when it has erroneous information in it. Thank you.
Ms. Watkins?
Good evening, board and community.
Good evening.
Good evening. Wow, that's the first. And superintendent as well. I too was quite disturbed on Monday evening board meeting when we get here and we know that B&E protection is suspended, but we have an employee that was B&E protection working. So I'm not understanding what is going on until we get the agenda for today, and it states that this young man is going to be an independent contractor. So I've sent in a FOIA as well, and it's just simply saying, dear school board, District 88, President President Thurman, and members, in pursuit of the Illinois Freedom Act 5, Illinois 140, I am requesting information collected by School District 88 relating to Patrick Thomas, an independent contractor for security services. I'm requesting copies of his professional credentials, proof of state and/or licenses, proof of personal and company background check, current standings with the state, along with any stipulations shown under his license. And I do look forward to hearing from you all according to the Freedom of Information Act in the 5 working days that is required for me to give you all. And the reason I asked for so much, because you all were so negligent to just take the first person, the first company that was not even qualified from a superintendent who is just being qualified completely. So I understand how people can hire somebody that's not qualified when they're not qualified because they don't know better themselves. And again, if a superintendent is continually wasting our funds, if the superintendent is continually wasting the taxpayers' money, where the money is not flowing down to the children, because see, my tax bill says School District 88, and that money is not flowing to the children. It can't be when they're running out of toilet paper, when they're running out of soap. So, and we got a house built. If the money is not flowing to them, but we're still doing all this nepotism, hiring family, hiring illegal people, not doing our due diligence on what we should be doing. Those of you who voted yes, I'm sorry. I don't care how nice you are. Y'all gotta get y'all asses about this board. And truly, the person who is a repeat offender being hired, fired, still owing us the part of this $105,000, want to hire their daughter for $78,000, it's time for them to be removed. This is something that you all can do. That's all I have to say, but my thing is this here. I keep saying, every single time there is a meeting, until this superintendent is gone, I'm asking for Superintendent Hendricks' resignation, because she is not qualified to be over our children. She hires criminals, she brings the criminals to you, and you all vote yes. That means she don't care about the children, and you don't care about the children. Those of you who vote yes, that means you don't care about the children. Those of you who vote no, then you care about the children. But you, all of you all can pack your bags just like Superintendent Hendricks and leave.
Amen.
That is all for the audience participation.
Agenda item 5, Chair's report, motion to go into executive session. So moved at 5:50. Moved by Ms. Copeland, seconded by Ms. Elliott. Roll call.
This is for the.
Well, I'm sorry, for the purpose of employment compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the district or legal counsel for the district, including hearing testimony or a complaint lodged against the employee or against legal counsel for the district attorney is the last thing to see.
Thank you.
Ms. Ross? Ms. Copeland?
Present.
Aye.
Yes, sir.
Aye.
Ms. Elliott? Aye. Ms. Thurman?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford? Aye. Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. McClendon? Aye. Motion passed.
Good.